Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Hashem, Wakakadas, double honors to the elders that rule well, peace and blessings to the brothers that they preach His word, sincerity and truth. This is Sign Nala coming back with another lesson. I was just meditating on everything that's going on in Babylon the Great, aka America, and the things that brothers are going through and the trials and tribulations that we have. It was just Spirit just had me going to this word, as you can see that I have popped up, the word purge, because that's what's going to happen to the nation of Israel. That's what's going to happen to 2/3 of our people. That's what's going to happen to the elect, and that's what's going to happen to the other people on the planet. They're going to be purged by Yahawashi. Now, when you look at the definition of the word purge secularly, there's two definitions that come up. The first definition is purge, the verb. It says to rid someone of an unwanted feeling, memory, or condition, typically given the sense of cathartic release. Bobby had helped purge Martha of the terrible guilt that she had haunted her. And that's what the Lord is going to do. Yahawashi is going to do. Is going to have to do to us in order for the elect to have the ability to be taken up in those chariots and to rule. We're going to have to be purged of our iniquities and our sins of this lifetime and our past lifetimes, man. And the Lord is going to impart His wisdom and knowledge unto us, and we're going to rule in peace, man. We're going to rule with complete authority over everything, man. But before that happens, there's going to have to be this righteous purge of our spirits, man. And we're building ourselves up. The more that we toil in these scriptures, the more that we fellowship, the more we dig deeper into what Yahawashi has for us, the more we're purging out those demons that were dwelling in us. The demon of hate and malice and wrath and adultery and iniquity. Those things we have to purge out of us. It's lucky, brothers. Yeah, and so like I was saying, that first definition, then basically Yahawashi through the Spirit, He's purging those things out of us, and we're having to purge all of those iniquities out of us, But when you read the second definition, it says, purge now, an abrupt or violent removal of a group of people from an organization or place. And that's what we're going to see happen physically. So there's going to be a spiritual purge of the elect, and then there's going to be a physical purge of the wicked off of the planet Earth, man. Where they're going to be removed violently off of the earth. And that's going to be a good thing, man, because the way this society is ran now, we're seeing all types of madness and decadence and folly rule the psyche of mainstream, not even just here in Babylon or America, but around the world, man. So the first scripture I want to get is Ezekiel. I'll start at 20 and I'll start at 34. It says, I will bring you out from the people, and I will gather you out of the countries wherein you are scattered with a mighty hand, and I will stretch with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Lord Yahweh. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that trespass against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Okay? And so the Lord said He's going to purge the rebels out. So let's look up that word purge there in Hebrew. right? Hebrews bara. And it says to purify, select, polish, choose, purge, cleanse, and make bright. These to prove, to purge, purge out. To choose, to select, to cleanse, make shining, polish, to test, approve, right? And you know the definitions of the light, man. So that's what's gonna happen, man. Our people have to be purged from the sin of their iniquities, man. Just like we have to be purged, man, because we're still struggling in this flesh, you know. This is 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, verse 20 says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and earth, and some of honor and some to dishonor. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified, and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Flee also useful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. And let's look up that word purge here in the Greek. And I believe it's similar to that in Hebrew as far as the definition, but let's get it. Yeah,
Strong's G 1571. Ekathyro.
Ekathyro means to cleanse out, to clean thoroughly, to cleanse. And what has to be cleansed? Our minds, man. Our minds. Why? Because we grew up underneath these heathenistic customs. We grew up celebrating Christmas and Easter under the folly of the black woman, man, eating pork and committing adultery. So those things have to be purged from us, man. It says, if a man therefore purge himself from these or cleanse himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor. And that's the only way that we are going to be redeemed back to Yahawashi unless we purge ourselves from those wicked deeds and thoughts that we had growing up here in America, man, or wherever Jacob scattered across the four corners of the earth, you know. This is Daniel chapter 11, verse 35. And it says, and some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them and to purge and to make them white. I started at 34. It says, now when they shall fall, they shall be hoping with a little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries, and some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them and to purge and to make them white, even in the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. Okay, and so what we're gonna see is over time, over dispensations of time, these events are going to happen, and slowly the elect men of Yasharala of Israel are going to slowly come into this thing over time, man, and they're going to cleave unto Yahawashi, man, you know. And that's why we go out and preach on the highways and byways, man, because that's what we're looking for. That's what we're waiting on, man. We're waiting on the Lord to come back and not only purge us and cleanse our hearts, but also to purge this planet and destroy it. And I'm going to do, Lord, through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi, I'm going to go into how the Lord's going to purge the earth, man. He's going to purge the earth in violence, you know. A lot of people don't like to talk about that, but that's what it is. Okay? This is Psalm 79:5. It says, how long, Yahweh, will thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen, that they have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. Oh, remember not against us former iniquities. Let thy tender mercies speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. So right here we see King David's pleading Yahawashi, man, to basically take it easy on the nation of Israel and get these heathens, you know, because we know that the Most High chose the nation of Israel, you know. Verse 9 says, help us, O God of our salvation, for the glory of thy name, and deliver us and purge away our sins for thy name's sake. And that's what we are. When we're praying, that's what we're asking for. We're asking to be purged of the wicked thoughts and intent that our flesh brings us to, and to cleanse our mind, and to bring us closer to Yahawashi. And you want to do that daily, man. Throughout the entire day, you're constantly meditating on how you can become closer to the Most High. You know how you can be a better servant to Him. Because if we are not, man, if you're not looking for that, you're going to get destroyed, you know? You're going to be destroyed. Okay? This is Hebrews 9. Oh, wait a minute. Wait for it. Wait. Hebrews chapter 9, verse... I'll start at 13. For if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of the heifers sprinkling the unclean sacrifice to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Yahawashi, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to Yahweh, purge your conscience from dead works to serving the living Yahweh. And for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. And so right there we see that Yahawashi, his sacrifice was there to make it to where the elect are purged from the sins that we were bound by, man, because we couldn't keep the law, man. So we need Yahawashi, man. He's that mediator. To get to Yahweh, man. And through His sacrifice, we're able to pray through Him and have us built up in the Spirit, man. To where these works that we are doing are not in vain. You see? Because we're rehearsing righteous acts right now. As far as the Passover goes and all these high holy days we keep, we're not really keeping it. We're not really keeping these high holy days the way we're supposed to, man. You can't keep the law in the society, man. So that sacrifice Yahawashi made for us is the key to us being bought back. That's the only way we're going to be cleansed. We're cleansed through His blood, you know. But you have Jake still cleaving on to these paganistic customs, man. And that's why, and my next lesson is I'm going to go into how Jake going off. They're going to be purged from the earth violently, man. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. I'll start at verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Yahawashi, our Passover, is sacrificed for us, man. And so, we can't come into this thing, we came into this thing, niggas and simps. You can't be no nigga and a simp in this truth, man. You have to purge out all those impurities that you had. Now, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. But that's why we have admonishment, rebuke, and chastisement, and we have rank and order. And we have these different things to help build us up in the spirit, to where you're killing that old man in you, and you're purging yourself and you're cleansing yourself from that wicked nigga that you used to be, man. And refining yourself to where you're worthy of the promises made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because as it stands now, we ain't worthy of shit, man. But there is a promise for the elect. And those men of Yahawashi and Yahawashi, they're going to continue to purge themselves of all the wickedness that they've done in their past. And they're going to slowly go from glory to glory. From glory to glory, man. You know? So, that was a quick lesson that I had, man. That I was just kind of meditating on how the Lord is, that purge is going to be twofold. We have to purge ourselves spiritually of all of our wicked deeds and intents of the heart and our lust and all these things. We have to forsake those things, man, in order to have to follow Yahawashi and Yahawashi. But then also on the other end of it, the world has to be purged of the white man, Esau, because he's the damn devil, man. And us being under his rulership has fucked all of our minds up, man. He does everything backwards from what the Most High wants. And so there's going to be a purge physically of people off of the planet Earth, man. And the Lord's going to have famine and disease and war, but then he's going to raise up his men to march through the earth and cleanse the world of all these wicked people. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. That I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Kodash, that the honors to the elders of the world. Peace and blessings to you brothers out there, keeping this word of sincerity and truth. Shalom.